you've got your planning commission, you've got the board of commissioners, you've got your judges, the probate system, the magistrate court, superior court, you've got 911,
Recreational facilities.
recreation facilities,
Tax assessor, tax commissioner, government employees.
the library.
It's a lot.
I mean, there are an awful lot of things that come out of that. Recreation,
Sorry.
maintenance of all the facilities. We have a prison. In addition to a jail, we've got a prison. Most people don't even know that. The jail houses state prisoners. Prison handles, jail handles local prisoners. The prison handles state prisoners. And we've got an airport.
EMS.
Yeah, we did do that. So there are a lot of things that get paid for out of this. Mr. Brett.
I'll play by the rules. John Wayne Catala. I have a question for the commission and for the regional commission. Given we discussed communication and the diversity of this community and county, I'm looking at the board here, and what draws my attention is there's all these email addresses. Is there a possibility, either through your organization, through volunteers, to put a web page together? We are so tied in now to our iPads and apps, and it may be something, we talk about future looking forward. I'm still stubby pencil, I like to turn papers, but I know my daughter and all the other people in the communities are all constantly working on their phone and apps. Whether that might be a possibility considered within the existing scope, if not the scope, might be something to consider.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Do we have that list on our web page?
It's gonna be after today.
Yeah.
Good. I think it's a good start. And let me say this too. In the past, we're not talking about a city-county issue. We're talking about a Harris County issue. And there have been times in the past when cities have needed something and have been reluctant to ask us, but there have been times in the past where they have asked us to help them out, and we've been able to do that. We try to help our cities wherever we can. We do have some joint agreements with them. We do work for them occasionally when they need a load of gravel to do something or whatever. We try and work with the cities wherever we can. Where the cities are involved, for instance, Pine Mountain is certainly involved with the airport. And Mayor Trott sits on the airport board. So that he's aware of the developments and things going on at the airport, which is, that's something that brings people to this city, to this county also. So, we try to do things. We share a lot of facilities with the Hamilton, obviously being here. So, they do some things for us, and we do some things for them. But, we want that kind of, I guess, working relationship that has probably gone a little bit astray. We need the transparency, we need the communication, and we need help with the communication because obviously what we're doing now isn't working. We can't physically go out and knock on doors and sit down with every citizen in the household and spend 20 or 30 minutes telling them what's going on with the county. But we've tried town hall meetings before, we've tried and we would try them again. As a matter of fact, with the upcoming SPLOST vote, we might well have a meeting or two in some areas so that people can ask questions. But frankly, they've been very poorly attended. And so when we try, we haven't gotten the most success out of it. So if anybody's got an idea, say so. Mr. Calvin?
On that note, to help you all make it easier to communicate, and those who are either disabled or just can't make it to the meetings, I've noticed that Facebook is an incredible platform to connect the community, and if these were broadcast, perhaps they wouldn't be able to, I know anyone with questions, but at least they could stay informed and hear the meetings.
Facebook takes a lot. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No.
I have a Facebook page, and I have since month 1. And it's Becky Langston, Harris County Commissioner. It's for, strictly for informational items only. I post meetings, I post library events, whatever I think is of information to the county. There's a way where you can ask questions, and I try to answer those, but I believe at last look, I had almost 1,000 viewers on that Facebook page, but it's out there.
Facebook can often go astray and get it,
Pardon me? I'm sorry, yes, no question, I'm sorry.
And as far as the meeting, these actual meetings, being able to see those.
These people have been doing it for 8 years.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Jim Fury, Lynn Sanders, and they do a wonderful job of recording many, all of our meetings. Well, he's maybe missed one or two in
Yeah, but that's it.
several years he's been doing it, but they get out and they've done the candidate forums, they've done a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Jim, you want to tell them how to get to
It's-
yours, please
Let me
do.
say one thing, it's strictly voluntary.
Well,
Yeah.
They
thank
receive
you.
nothing.
I found it today actually on YouTube.
Jim Kern, 233 Dogwood Lane West. And that's what I did want to bring up to everybody. And that these meetings, everybody in Harris County, all over the world, can attend every Harris County meeting. It is on, if you go to the Harris County website and scroll down to the very bottom, and you will see Harris County on YouTube. It's the Harris County Concerned Citizens page. And this was started 4 years ago. One, to give people the opportunity that are busy working 12, 14, 16 hours a day, military that's in another part of the world, elderly people that can't get out, and see what their elected officials are doing for them. And it also gave the county commissioners the opportunity to tell every Harris County citizen, you have the opportunity to view what they're doing. Now, right now, on the subscribers, it's up to 112. It may sound like a lot, but there's over 30,000. But I would strongly encourage to get the word out so that every citizen in Harris County can see what their elected officials are doing with their tax dollars. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. And Mr. Harrison.
Bobby Harrison, 159A Circle, 900. Ooh. That's the only thing I really comprehend tonight is what Jim said. He was speaking straight toward us. I just get the facial, what y'all talk, I comprehend what you may be mad, laughing, or whatever. But to hear a commissioner's meeting, I wait till he puts it on YouTube, and I go home and listen to it then. What I comprehend over here at these meetings, and I attend every one of them. Y'all know that. I don't hear it. County manager said last July he was going to fix the system that we could hear. That ain't been done. But there's a lot of important things like that that need to be done rather than some of this other stuff. But I appreciate what Jim does. I'll hear him Thursday night or sometime, but don't hear tonight.
Well, good. Thank you, Bob.
But this plan, we do this every 5 or 6 years. Spend a whole lot of time on it, money. Y'all vote on it, stick it in the file and cabinet, never look at it. Till the next time. It's important, but we need to live with it, not throw it in the file cabinet and forget about it.
Yes, sir.
And that's happened since 1985.
Well, you probably missed that earlier,
As
Bobby.
far as
They do review it.
I know, Martha and myself was the only one attending these meetings when zoning and subdivision regulations were passed. Martha served on the planning commission. She resigned and ran for probate judge, but she didn't quit then. for 8 or 10 years, you, Riley, Martha, and myself, we approved plats before they were recorded. It didn't cost the county a dime. It cost us money.
Appreciate that, Bob.
Becky Wynn would call me on the last day of the month and tell me I need to go over here and sign some plats because she had to close out her book. And I'd have to drive over to do it. Most of the time, Hugh and I did it. But if it was my plat, Hugh and Martha signed off on it. If it was Hugh's plat, Martha and I signed off on it. We try to do things right.
Well, thank you, and we're gonna try and do that too.
We've come too far in too short a time.
Thank you, Bob. Yeah, I appreciate that. I do want to make, go ahead.
I'm a conservative, I'm a Republican, I've been all my life. I'm not a rhino. I believe strongly in property rights. When I graduated, when I turned 18 years old, I took a physical and I had an 8-year military obligation. And I did that. And I wished we had the rights we had when I got out of the service. We've lost a lot of them since then. Okay.
Thank you, Bob, appreciate it. Let me make a few comments before we close. I encourage all of you to look at Jim and Lynn's YouTube presentations. Now, those of you who have been to commission meetings know that we don't get into an awful lot of discussion, and certainly we don't get into a lot of discussion with people that are here because we could really end up in some extremely lengthy meetings. But I would say check, in addition to checking the YouTube, and you can see what we did discuss after the fact. Certainly you can then ask questions. But the agendas for each one of our commission meetings is on the county website. And I would certainly encourage you to look at that website, look at the agenda, and if there are things on the agenda that you think would be of interest to you, or that you question or want to know more about, call your commissioner. I mean, if we're going to be able to communicate with you, we have to have you call us. And you call us and we can discuss things with you, get your viewpoints with you. I mean, you know, I don't always like everything I hear, but that's part of my job. My job as a commissioner is to listen to my constituents, to listen to the people of the county. And I will listen. And it's just like in business, and I was a businessman for years. I didn't always do or believe what was being told to me, but at least I had the opportunity to listen to it and to consider it. And it did make a difference on a number of occasions. I mean, we're not infallible. Obviously, you know, a lot of you would agree with that, I'm sure. But we do need to hear from you, and we do need to know what people are thinking so that we can consider everything. Now, there are laws and regulations that we have to abide by, and maybe it's a matter of just not understanding those. There are only certain things, for instance, in rezoning that can be considered. There are a number of things that cannot be considered in a rezoning request. And a lot of times you may talk about things that really upset you, but that's not part of what the state law says has to go into a zoning request. And there are a lot of those types of things that happen. But do, please, check the agenda. If something's coming up, you want to know if it's in your area or not in your area, or how it affects you and what it's going to do, ask us. Call us and ask us, and we will respond. I know this group of folks for a good while now, and all of them are very, very conscientious about the job they do. They do want to know what y'all are thinking, and keep in mind this: if you do not call, And if all of your other citizens do not call, who's making the decision for your district? That one person that's heard from nobody and is trying to make a decision based on his or her interpretation of what it's going to mean for the county. So I know when I don't get a call, I hope I'm right, but I can't make everybody happy. Unfortunately, I never will be able to make everybody happy, but I do hope that, and I know the rest of these folks sitting up here want to be viewed as being trying to listen and do what's best for Harris County in the long run. So, yeah, sir, I think you wanted to make a comment.
I did. I want to know how to get on that agenda.
Call Mr. McMichael.
Okay.
Now, let me say this, if you have something that's going to be in long detail,
It will be, yeah.
you need to talk to your commissioners, because when you sign up, you're only allowed 5 minutes to speak.
That's all.
That's
What
all.
about just me and other people too, on the same subject?
Yeah, each person can
Each
speak
person.
for 5 minutes,
I can bring 100.
as long as they don't keep going over and over and over the same thing.
Well, they'll be redundant because the problem is the same. I'll find it.
Okay, and certainly call your commissioner and talk to them too,
Well, I have talked to her a little bit, talked to Mark a long time.
okay? All right, thank you, sir. Anyone else want to make any other comments? All right, I think what we will do from here then, since everybody was kind of like what we were doing, or at least the direction that we're heading, we will have to massage this and see, you know, kind of what size committee we're going to need to have. But we will also form committees, and I want each mayor and their town council to discuss things for their city and how they want it presented and come before us. I think the Planning Commission, the Board of Education, we certainly want to have that. We'll look into maybe reinstating the elected officials dinner. But we need to do more than that. We need to really have some sit-down sessions and talk and see which way we're going to go. And I do want this, we've got a year roughly to get this comp plan done, but I perceive that our efforts, not only for the comp plan, but for all these other things, those will continue. And I want to see those to prosper and move forward and keep things in this county active and moving forward that most of the folks would agree with. So I thank you all for being here tonight. And, appreciate the input from those of you who talked. And if there's anything else, please feel free to contact us. Anyone else? Randy, do you want to make any closing comments about it? Okay. Rick, do you have anything after hearing all the comments that they did?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you all again very, very much. Appreciate you being here, and we look forward to moving ahead.
All right.